Oh, today we're taking a look at a very classic aircraft, the 747-200 Classic, um, the first iteration of 747 by Boeing. And it dates back from, I believe, the 60s or early 70s. And so it was back in the era where the flight crew had to be a minimum of three people: captain, first officer, and a flight engineer who was managing all of those systems here in the back. So it is an aircraft with a fairly high level of complexity, and this is our first time flying it, so we'll do our best to try and make sense of it. Um, Thankfully, we have this electronic flight bag here, which should help by having all of the checklists available to us. So we'll just get going with those. Before we even get into the checklist, I know of a few things we'll want to do anyways, like turning on the battery. Standby power can go on. We'll request our ground power and flip that on. So ground, set
Cockpit to
shocks,
ground, put the chocks on. Cockpit to ground, connect ground power.
and the ground power. And with that,
Shocks are on.
we have our little ground power
Ground power
cart.
connected.
Good. So that means we can flip it on right here. The interesting thing about this aircraft is that compared to more modern aircraft, when you have off and close, it's actually representing the status of the circuit. So we're closing the circuit. So instead of this circuit being open, like a little valve open, we're closing it, which means we're connecting the ground power into the aircraft systems. And that's that lights it up. Okay, so going back to our checklists.
Before start checklist, please.
Gear lever and lights.
Down and check.
Brakes.
Parked.
Start levers.
Off.
Radios.
Damn.
Okay, so we want to turn on
On
the
and check.
radios. And
Flight control hydraulic
on.
power.
On.
INS.
Okay, so the INS is up here. Set all three of them align. And this takes us to this system here to take care of. So first we need to enter our current position, which I believe we can find in here. Yeah, so 43411. 43411. And then west. Oh, that didn't work. 43411. Insert. And then west. 079374. 079374. Insert. So that's our position. And we need to enter that in all the different systems. There are three of them for redundancy. So we have four. Actually, no. Okay. So north, 43411. Insert, and then west, 79374. Insert. And the last one is right here. That's the position. So 43411. And then west, add 79374. Insert. That should help the systems align, and we need to wait until all three navigation systems are ready, and the little nav light will turn green. While we wait for that to happen, we can start entering our route, the first 9 waypoints of our route. So we generated a flight. We're going from Toronto to Montreal today, and we got all of the coordinates from our briefing preview in SimBrief. So I'm just going to be punching in the first 9 waypoints of our route. So we'll go to the waypoint menu. To our first waypoint, which will be Vivet. That's 1. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. Oops. West. 755. 9. 8. And then 9, because we can only go up to 9. Good. If we cycle quickly through them, they all look set and good. I don't think it translates them to the other points, but I don't think we'll be using these. So hopefully that's going to be okay. Okay. So going back up top, it's still not on nav. We'll still continue the checklist and get back to this later. So we'll just check.
Compasses.
Slaved.
Window heat.
Damn.
Window heat on.
On.
Seatbelts and no smoking.
Seatbelts
Hold on.
and smoking.
On.
Emergency lights.
Hold on. Armed.
Exterior lights.
Hold on. Check.
Flight instruments.
Check.
Altimeters and clocks.
1003. Set and cross-check.
So we're
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Radar and transponder.
Hold on.
2984. 2984. Altimeter set. Radio and transponders. Transponder, what does it want us to do? Standby. Good. Why is it not happy with that? It is on standby. What's wrong? Oh,
Standby.
there you go.
Indicator lights.
Check.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Stall warning.
Hold on.
So our stall warning test would be here.
Check.
Good.
Mach airspeed warning.
Check.
Auto brakes.
Check and off.
Body gear steering.
Hold on.
Buddy gear steering.
Arm.
Armed.
Anti-skid.
Damn. On.
On.
Autopilot and flight director.
Check and off.
Takeoff warning.
Hold on.
Takeoff warning is bound to engine number 3.
Check.
Good.
Auto flight enunciators.
Check.
GPWS.
Damn.
So there's a GPWS test.
Check.
Pull up.
Instrument warning.
Instrument warning is right here.
Check.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Instrument source selectors.
Normal.
Reserve brake valve.
Closed.
Spoilers.
Down.
Static selectors.
Normal.
Oxygen mask and regulator.
Check and emergency off.
Brake pressure.
Damn.
So we don't have brake pressure yet, but I think it's okay.
Stabilizer trim.
Check and on.
Rudder and aileron trim.
Check.
Checklist completed.
Good. And the reason we don't have brake pressure is because we haven't turned on any of the hydraulics on ground power yet. But we'll be turning those on when we start the engines, and we have chocks right now, so we are doing okay. Now we'll move on to the flight engineer space and do the checklist on his side.
Battery. On. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 185,991 pounds. Fuel panel. Let's see.
Fuel panel, we want to turn on all of the pumps. For actually, we're gonna go do our load calculator. Actually, fast load. So let's see how much fuel we need for this flight. We need 22 metric tons. We're in pounds here though, so let's give ourselves a little bit extra. And then the payload is 33 metric tons. So that seems about right. Okay, so now our fuel amounts have changed, which is a little bit better. So the center tank is now empty, which makes sense because it's a very short flight. We'll return to our checklist.
Check and set.
Okay,
Pressurization controls.
so our altitude
Check
is
and
going
set.
to be
Bleed
3.5.
controls. Wait.
So our bleed controls. I think we'll want to start the APU here. So, oops. So the APU is the auxiliary power unit. It's kind of a generator. We're still connected on ground power, but we'll want to switch to the APU instead once it reaches around 100% RPM. And if we go outside, we'll see that it's booting up here in the back of the aircraft. That's the APU. And looks like it's on, so we'll close the circuit on the APU generator. Is it on? Yeah. Okay, there you go. So we are now on the APU, so we can tell it to disconnect the ground power unit now. Ground...
Cockpit to ground. Disconnect ground power.
Okay. So now that we have this, the APU can generate some air for the air conditioning systems and whatnot. So we'll
Ground
switch
power
to that.
disconnected.
The back controls like this are fine. Instead of packs, this until it's happy. It's not happy yet. The controls check. What does it want? Bleed air is open. Got pressure. Mm-hmm. Bleed controls. What did we miss?
Check and set.
Okay.
Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer. Wait.
EPR computer, that's here at the bottom. EPR,
Go around.
go around. Cool.
Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Let's see.
Air conditioning controls. Not sure what I'm missing. From the air conditioning controls, I thought they were already on. Pack controls, pack. So what's it not happy about? Meh. Just check.
Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel. Check and set. Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs off. Checklist completed.
Good. So now we'll be good to start the engines and request our pushback. Better pushback, start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow is driving up.
Okay, so starting the engines now. Oh, our nav lights are ready, which is excellent. Perfect timing. Turn
Ready
on
to
the
start the engines.
Start valves going on, that's good.
Ready for engine start.
And we want to turn off the packs for this. And start with engine 4.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
%, and 2.
Okay, we give it fuel.
Fuel on. Light up.
And our engine 4 is starting to spin. Good.
Starter off.
I'm gonna go on the ground and remove the chocks now.
Engine stabilized.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
Now,
Starting engine 1.
Starter valve open.
engine 1 starting.
So connected
Shocks removed.
and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback.
%, and 2.
We give it
Fuel
fuel.
on. Light up.
And now that engine 4 is alive, we'll start up the hydraulics and the
Starter
generator.
off.
We have 2 engines running
Engine
now.
stabilized.
Cool. So engine 3.
Starting engine 3.
Starter valve open.
Engine 1. Have the hydraulic pressure and the generator.
%, and 2.
Give it fuel.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off.
Set up our altitude to 35,000.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Engine stabilized.
Okay. Parking
Parking
brake.
brake set.
And then engine
Disconnecting
2.
tow. Stand
Starting
by.
engine 2.
Starter valve open. %, and 2.
Give it fuel.
Fuel on. Light up.
For engine 3, hydraulics.
Starter off.
Generator.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
Engine
Hand signal
stabilized.
will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Engine 2 hydraulics. If we look at our current coming from the generators, it's good. We can turn off the APU now. Put on the packs for taxi. Everything here looks good. Okay. Go to our performance. And we'll set our speed bugs. We'll go back to our checklists. So, start.
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine anti-ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Good. And finally, taxi.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps.
We'll do a flap stem takeoff.
Flaps 10. Flaps 10.
Okay. Check.
Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs.
Damn.
Yeah, that's done. Check.
Stabilizer trim.
Hold on.
Does it want no stabilizer trim set in green band? Yeah, that's fine. Check.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Damn.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Good. And finally, before takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
Transponder.
Check.
Ignition.
Flight start. That's up here.
Flight start.
Good.
Body gear steering. Pack valves. This. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Parking brake released.
And we can now taxi.
Stabilized.
So we're making our way to runway 33 right at Pearson in Toronto. Where's our turn? I think it's here. Or did we go right past? Oh yeah, I missed the turn. Or did we? Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, okay, we'll have to roll on grass a little bit. This is fine. And we are lined up. Landing lights come on. Buddy ground steering can come off.
First step.
80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
You're up.
Gear up. Gears up.
Okay, so we can. Engage the autopilot. We are climbing. Give it a bit more climb. Flaps start coming
Flaps
up.
5.
And we'll switch our auto throttle to climb, speed and climb. And we want to give it 250 knots. As we pass around 4,000 feet, we'll start navigating to our first waypoint.
Flaps up.
Want to make sure now that the packs come on. And let's see. After takeoff, start.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever.
Off.
Landing and logo lights.
Damn. Off.
Ignition.
Check.
Seat belts and no smoking sign.
Check.
Pack valves. Open. Fuel heat. This.
Fuel heat, auto.
Auto.
Good.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Perfect. At 1,000 feet. We'll speed up.
10,000.
if we look at Navigraph. So we made our way out of Toronto here, and we're now on the Dead Key 5 departure, headed for the Dead Key waypoint. Lower the sound a little bit. 30,000 feet. So as we climb right now, we're set on vertical speed of about 1,750 feet per minute. And I'm keeping an eye on speed. When the aircraft cannot keep up with the speed anymore, I reduce the rate of climb. And we're picking up speed again. Keep an eye on where we are on the map. We're making our way to Addon. Our top of descent will be around Redo, and we'll put the arrival on the map just to show the restrictions. So at Redo, we have to be below flight level 330 actually, so we'll start descending around Miglo. Then at Epmok, we have to be below flight level 240 and so on and so forth, so we'll have to manage that manually. We want to start encoding some more endpoints as well. Waypoint 1. And west is 7471. Our new waypoint 2. Seven 4250. Insert our new waypoint 3. Okay. So we should be about 2 miles from Addon right now, according to this. And if we pull up the map, we see that it's about exactly right. We're a little bit off here, but this navigation system, the INS, is so old. Actually, you're not allowed to fly these high-precision departures and approaches and arrivals. Technically, on this aircraft, we're cheating a little bit right now. And now we're 60 miles from Miglo, where we'll have to start descending. So I'm not even sure we'll make it to our top of climb, because we're still not at our cruising altitude. We're still 2,000 feet too low. We'll reduce the airspeed a little bit to make it climb better now that we were about to reach Mach 8. And pick up the climb. Flight level 340.
1000 to level off.
1,000 feet to go. $500 feet to go. And we'll just hold our current altitude. Flight level 350 climb is done, so we can now change the auto throttle to cruise. We'll start preparing for the descent. So initially we'll descend to 20,000. We are 30 miles from Miglo. That gives us a little bit of time to start encoding more waypoints. Or okay. $20 miles from Miglo. We forgot the seat belts. 5 miles from me, though. Okay, so we'll start our descent now. And the auto throttle can go to top of descent. Oh, no, it doesn't like that. Okay. Okay. Seat belts can come back on. Check our speed bugs. Okay. So we now just passed. Okay, so now we're going through waypoints pretty quickly here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. North. 4, 5, 3, 5. 8. West. 7, 3, 4, 4, 9. Finally, this is the last waypoint. 6, 4, 5, 3, 9. Okay. Start descending a little bit quicker. So we just passed Rideau, and now we're headed for Epmok, and we have to be at flight level 240 or below. The altimeter in Montreal, 29er, 69er. It's a little bit early to set it, but this aircraft is a lot of work, so the sooner we can get the small tasks out of the way, the better. 29er, 69er. Set. Okay.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Damn.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Spoilers.
Armed.
Altimeters.
1005. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. This. Off. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
So we're now at flight level 190 by halves. We have to be below 16,000. I think we're doing pretty good on profile. 13,000 feet. $12,000. Reduce speed 250 knots.
$10,000.
Reduce speed 240 knots. We'll switch to heading mode now. Switch to radio. $6,000 feet. I need to start slowing down a little bit here. So our reference speeds, flaps 1. Oops, it stays there. We'll go 210 and give it flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
We'll go speed 190, and 190 gives us flaps 5.
Flaps 5. Thousand to level off.
So we are now here. We need to do in about 2-3 minutes. We'll start flying heading 150 to intercept the localizer, which will take us back. So we need to do a 180 back to the airport. Good, flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Now we'll start heading 150. And we captured the localizer for the ILS approach.
Localizer alive.
Localizer alive. Keep an eye on our speeds. Flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
Okay. Captured the glide slope. We are now descending. Give it flaps 25 and gear down.
Gear down. Flaps 25. Gears down. Green light.
Landing lights. Auto brake set. Let's look at our checklist quickly. Checklists. Previous list. Auto brakes. Okay. So going back to our speed bugs, because we need to slow down performance. 142 knots. And flaps 30 is 137. Flaps 30.
Flaps 30. One thousand.
Autopilot. Oops, off. My aircraft.
$500.
Glide slope.
50, 40, 30, 20,
Check reverse. Out, off, reverse. Auto brake off.
Flaps up.
And we did it. We'll watch the replay in a second, as soon as we vacate. Alright. Set the parking brake and take a look at that replay. Not bad. Pretty good. And from the tower. Nice, that was my first flight on the Boeing 747 Classic. I hope you enjoyed, and next time we'll probably do it on VATSIM with live air traffic control. This time was more me trying to learn the aircraft. So thank you, and have a good day.